Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Yadira. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me style of video, mainly because I do have a brush set to unbox. This is from a YouTuber. Her name is Stephanie. She has a beauty line called SLMissGlam Beauty. This is a little brush set that I'll be unboxing, and I'm going to try to use every single one of these pieces to do my makeup today. So it's also going to be like a first impression style video. I don't have any of her makeup brushes, and I wanted to go ahead and do the mini travel set because every time that I'm looking to travel, or it's around that time where I'm thinking about booking some kind of travel adventure, I find myself at Ulta each and every single time looking at the ITCosmetics travel brush sets, but I never really buy them. Also, just looking at any other brush sets for travel that are available by other brands within Ulta, and it's quite hard to narrow it down. But whenever I saw this particular brush set, I thought it had just about every single brush that I was looking for that were absent in those other brush sets. So I'm just gonna tie back my hair with this little scrunchie from Invisibobble. These don't leave like imprints on your hair, so it's perfect because I probably am going to leave my hair down for the remainder of the day. I don't know exactly what kind of look I'm going for. I think I'm just gonna do something that I go to whenever I need quick makeup. It is also Saturday, so I don't know, I might incorporate a little bit of extra glow or something in my face. I already have a moisturizer with SPF on it. It is actually the Shiseido Day Cream with SPF, so this is what I have on, and then nothing else, no primer or anything like that. Let's get going with actually unwrapping this little box. It's so cute. I thought that she had a great selection of makeup brushes that are quite pretty, so I'm hoping that this is gonna work out, and possibly I'll just venture into getting a full brush set. But I think this one's perfect. According to the images, it didn't look too small or too large, so let's just see what it is. So this is her pink mini brush set. It's a little drawn box, and here are all the brushes, 4 larger and 4 smaller. So I'm gonna go through each of those. They do have the name on them, so that's nice. First, this is what they all look like. This one is the tapered face brush, or the PM1. It has white with a little bit of a blush tip bristle, so very pretty, and I think it'll be just a great size. It does have 2 little rhinestones up in the front. This is a tapered face brush. The next one is the powder brush. This is a PM2, and same design. Also, it's a little bit smaller, but this is a powder brush. This is the tapered face brush, and then the powder brush. There they are in comparison. The next one is actually it fell apart, but hopefully I can just use like some hot glue and put it together. This is the flat powder brush, or the PM4. So it's like a kabuki style. Very pretty, but wobbly, because again, it did break. And then the next larger one, this is the PM3, or the angle blusher. So here it is. This is so cute. Here are the 4. The flat powder brush, the angled blush, the powder brush, and then the tapered face brush. Those are it. So pretty core and staples for a complexion. And then the next, this is the tapered highlighting brush. This is PM5. This is beautiful, so you can do like an under eye setting powder, or also for the highlight like it says that it's for. Moving on to PM6, this is an eyeshadow brush, so an all over shadow, and it does have 1 black bristle there, but I don't mind that. So this is the eyeshadow brush. And then we have the PM7 small shadow brush. So just like your typical shader, this is the eyeshadow, and then the small shadow brush, more for like blending in the crease, and then just like an all over pack your shadow style. Here is another one. This is a brush number 8. So PM8, it's a fluffy crease for blending. The highlighting brush, and then the 3 eye brushes, the shadow, the small shadow, and then the crease. I think that this brush set is well rounded. So you have your 3 eye brushes, and then your 5 complexion brushes. So quite nice, and so far I am happy with them. I do have to re-glue the kabuki brush. Before I actually start with my foundation, I am gonna do like some concealing. There wasn't a concealer brush, but I realized that you can use one of the eyeshadow brushes, so like the all over or either the small eyeshadow brush if you so want to. I'm just gonna use my ITCosmetics for Ulta dual-ended brush. This is the precision side, and I'm just gonna go under my eyes and color in any discoloration that I feel that I might need to cover up. Okay, so a little bit of a difference. This is the Charlotte Tilbury 2 medium concealer. So here's the little packaging. The bottom is just like all rubbed off, but this is the shade 2. Also, I'm not an expert at doing makeup, just very casual. I used to do this whenever I first started my YouTube channel, and not that I'm saying that at the time I was perfect. I still am not. It's just a little work in progress, but just thought that I would just share with you how it is that I do my makeup, especially with this cute brush set. So there's a tiny bit of redness here, so I'm just gonna go over that. And so typically my makeup brushes that I have are basically from the ITCosmetics line. I do have some Lancome brushes as well as some other brands that popped in here in between, but mainly like full-size brush sets, not so much a travel set. So I'm very happy about this one. She does have another one. I think it's like a blue color. It's so pretty. I'm gonna link all of that down below, and then her website in general. I don't have a coupon code, but if I can find someone somewhere, I'll put it down below. So for my foundation, I usually mix 2 from Dior, like the Forever foundations, but I spotted this one in my drawer, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and finish it. This is the Tarte Found Concealer Multitasking Foundation in the shade 34N or medium neutral. I'm going to take a few pumps of this foundation onto the brush and just work it through. I'm kind of wondering, I probably should have washed my brushes beforehand, but we'll see how it goes. Also, I am holding it like this because I really don't want it to fly, or else I will probably be mad at this brush sets, but it's so cute, so hopefully not. So I do have primers, but I'm actually not a fan of them. If you do have a favorite primer, let me know what that is so I can give it a try. Most of them, I just feel like they're just an extra step that's really not needed. Also, do you put foundation over your nose? I just try to get like pretty much all of my face, and that is how I apply my foundation. Also my eyelids, bring it onto the jawline, and this is pretty much where I stop. I don't really drag it down to my neck, so not bad. It does distribute quite nicely. I'm just gonna do another pump. I'm usually one of those that tries to get so close to the actual like mirror on the wall, or I'm pretty much just like this all the time, which is kind of crazy because I have this huge mirror here, but yet I'm right here, like a magnifying mirror or something. Are you guys the same way? Also, what is your favorite foundation? Share with me that down below. Also your concealer. I'm just going to tap in any of the foundation that I kind of feel is just sitting over top. This foundation is like very lightweight. Usually I just use a beauty blender, and that's how I apply my foundation, but I am gonna use the brush sets as much as I can. So setting that aside, now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. Just realized I was calling the Charlotte Tilbury the concealer, but it's the corrector. Now I'm going in with my actual concealer. This is from Hourglass. I have it in the shade Shell. It's one of those twist up stick concealers. And so this, I will just put it right here. And then I have this little area right here that's kind of like a little bag that kind of protrudes. So I'll try to bring it down here, and then I'll just blend it upwards to kind of let that just seamlessly go away. So I'm gonna do the same on this other side, and then this one actually is fine. I don't have to do that little thing the way I do it here. Then I'm just gonna do a dot there and then one right there, and that is how I do my concealer. I'm just gonna use a mini beauty blender and just tap it in. Powder, I'm going to use the finishing powder by KVD, the Locket in the shade Light. This I am going to use her PM2 powder brush. For my under eye, I usually like to just press down powder with like a beauty blender, but I'm going to use her brush here. So I am trying to mimic the beauty blender action by pressing in the powder under my eyes. just going to use my powder like I normally would in my brush. So the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty is currently going on. Have you guys bought anything? Do you guys like shopping this sale? Now let's go into the eyes. So taking the crease brush, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Salted Caramel palette. This is a mini, and I'm going to take the shade Ooey Gooey, and then I'm just going to take that from the inner all the way to like the mid center of my crease. So this is actually the only Too Faced palette that I have, and I do love it. So if you have any Too Faced palettes that you like, let me know which ones those are so I can check those out. I used to really keep up with like makeup releases and wanting to get all this makeup palettes and all these collections, but what I found is that one, you know, product expires, and two, I mean, like, where am I going? You know what I mean? Like, where am I going to where I need to use all of these beautiful shades? I don't know, it just kind of gets hard to be able to use every single eyeshadow palette, and then I just find that I use like one or two from different palettes and then combine a look together, but I don't know. So now I'm going to take my Natasha Denona. This is the mini bronze palette, and I am going to take the color Flesh, which is this one. This one's just slightly deeper than the other one. So in the center and over to the end of my crease. I like this brush. It actually distributes the color quite nicely. And do you own any of Stephanie's other makeup brushes or any brush sets? So you see, even though this color is not so dark in the pan, like it's this second one right here, it is very pigmented. So I do like Natasha Denona's eyeshadows. This palette was actually a gift, so I haven't actually purchased any Natasha Denona palettes. I do have another one that was also a gift. So pretty. This is the Glam palettes. Very beautiful quality, but they are pricey. And then whatever I have in my brush, I'm just going to drag it down. So this brush set does not have like a targeted pencil eye brush, but that is okay. So I'm just going to pinch it and bring it down to the bottom. All right, so I'm going to take my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion and just put that in the center. And then also for my lid color, I think I'm just going to use highlighting shade as opposed to an actual eyeshadow. And then I am going to use her small shadow brush to pat that all over my lid. I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette. This is no longer available, but I am going to be using these third shade right here, this golden color, for my lid. So just taking that same small shadow brush. So just kind of leaving that first third uncolored. And I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Basically just patting down the color. Taking the same small shadow brush, I'm going to take another highlighter color. This is Mesmerized by ITCosmetics. This is going to be my inner corner color. Take the powder brush and then just dust off anything that is extra there, because there is quite a bit of fallout. Then I'm just going to take that same small shadow brush and then put just a little bit under the brow, literally just like hovering over, not so much, so just so lightly dusting it. So I'm also going to take that same brush on the opposite side, put some in the nose a little bit. I'm going to take the highlighting brush and dust this color over the cheeks. I'm going to take my crease brush again and then just kind of go over this side. I feel like I have more color on the other eye compared to this. Okay. Alright, so now going on with the blush brush. For blush, I'm going to use my Hourglass Ambient Light Blush Quad. I'm going to be using color number 3. It's called Lucid Glow. Just kind of pat it. I usually just keep it from like mid cheek up, not so much full cheek. I used to, just depends. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Today I'm just going to keep it high up there. Okay, so going to take a little bit of it over the nose or whatever is left, and then just a little bit over the brows, not too much. I'm gonna take my highlighting brush and then go in there, and then whatever is left, put it in the Cupid's bow. Now taking the tapered face brush, I am going to be using my GRWM Duo. This is the Sunkissed and Bronze Moment palettes. Just gonna take the bronzer on the face tapered brush. Oh, and I hit pan. Oh my gosh. You can kind of see, can you? I mean, I can. Can you see the little grid of the pan? That's exciting. Tap some off and then just bring it right under the blush. I actually like how full this brush is, because it's like perfect for bronzer. Just not so much contouring, just warming up the outers of my face. So not being precise at all. And then whatever is left, just go over the side and then just a little bit there. I think this is my favorite brush out of the set. I'm gonna take my MAC Prep and Prime for the lip. I love this thing. For my brows, I'm just going to take my Morphe pencil, and this is in the shade Mocha. So this is a micro pencil. Just taking the spoolie end of the pencil and brushing through my brows. So I pretty much just start off right here. Pretty much that, and then bring it up. My camera keeps telling me that it's getting hot, so I'm gonna try to do as much as I can from this brow before it turns off. Just going to take my spoolie and brush that through. Then I'm just gonna take my Benefit brow sets. I think that's what it's called. I think I have it in the shade medium or number 3. That is pretty much my brow. I'm gonna do the other one and then come back. Brows are done. Now let's do some lashes. I'm not gonna put any actual false lashes. Just gonna do mascara and then we'll move on to the lips. So just taking my Shiseido eyelash curler. So I'm gonna take my Lancome Booster XL or the mascara primer. Let's put some of that everywhere. Just very messy, to be honest. No method to this, at least not for me. Maybe for professionals, but not for me. That's a lot. So now that we look a little bit funny, I'm going to let that dry just a tad bit, let it get tacky just a little bit. I'm going to take my mascara now. This is the Maybelline Snapscara. Very old. I'm almost very embarrassed to say it, but I do like it. I really like the wand, and surprisingly for the age, it's not flaking, so I still use it. What I like about this wand is that the inner portion is so small that you can get in the corner and also in the outer. So love this wand. Okay, so that's pretty much just the primer and the mascara. Pretty cool, right? It's one of my faves. If you have a dupe, let me know because this brush is amazing, and I don't think Maybelline has a mascara like this in their range. If they do, please let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same to the other lash. Lancome used to have a really good one. It's called the Hypno Star. That was a very great brush. So I think I'm gonna stop here with the mascara. I usually like to layer more, but I'm quite happy with how they look. So I'm just gonna do the bottom, then move all right along to the lips. Actually, I'm going to fix my under eye because there's some creasing there, and that's kind of why I like pressing powder down under my under eyes to control that from happening. Just gonna take a beauty blender. This is a mini. Just rub it all over my powder. I'm gonna take the same beauty blender or the mini that I used to pat down the concealer, and then I'm going to smooth out any of those creases so you can probably see them. I don't know, but I can. Take my powder. And by the way, Stephanie does have a set of 3 beauty blenders. I'm gonna put an image here. I haven't purchased those, but she does have that same beauty blender concept. So taking that other one once more, smoothing out that line or that crease, just kind of going up, and then my powder one, and this I'm just literally pressing it in there. I'm gonna leave that there for just a second. I'm going to take the powder brush that I used to set all my powder. Hopefully that does not create any more creases going forward. So I'm just gonna take the highlighting brush again, my Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold, my bronze color, and then just kind of go over my cheekbone just a little bit. And you know, makeup is not perfect. It's very much trial and error, and learn what's good for you, what you like, what you don't like. No judgments. Right, so that's pretty much my face. It kind of looks like I have powder just sitting there, but does not really look like that in person, or at least it looks a little bit more seamless. Okay, so now let's do lips. I don't know what combo. Boldly Bare by MAC. So I'm gonna line my lips with this, and I'm not gonna overline. I'm just gonna follow my natural lip line, kind of shade in the edges. I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Blossom Red, and I'm just going to put this like on the outer edges. So now that I have it all over my lips, I was just gonna do the edges. Going to take a MAC's Honey Love and put that in the center. Pat it down. So there is the lipstick or the lip combo, which I'll link it down below. I was looking for a gloss, but I think I'm fine. I'm just going to let my hair down. Do maybe like a little bit of some more Shiseido. There's the magnificent work of the Shiseido Lash Curler. I almost forgot my lower lashes, so let's do that now. Also, when you put mascara, does your mouth also do that kind of action? Do a little weird motion. So, alright you guys, that is it. I ended up using almost all of the brushes except for one. These are all the ones that I used. I did not use this shadow brush. I guess I could have used this for like the concealer. So now I know going forward, like if I do want to use this to take this on for travel, I can use this to like to do my corrector and then my concealer. So not entirely a bad thing that I didn't use it on the first try, but now at least I know. And then these were all the other ones that I did use. I really do like the crease brush, and then also the tapered face brush, as well as the angle brush for the blush. I'm definitely going to fix this one. Just wanted to share with you guys how it is that I was using or implementing this brush set into my routine. Also, I'm gonna link down all the products that I use if they are available, because I don't think like the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold is available any longer, but I'm gonna try to link anything that might be compatible to that one down below in case you are interested. And I do hope that you were able to get ready with me as well, just like casual friends. I thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.